Hi everyone, Andrew here for ABELI Reviews, and we have another ship build video for you. And this one is important because it follows, if you're looking at our channel, it follows our Diamondback Explorer. And there's a reason for that. The Diamondback Explorer that we have on our little fleet here has our largest jump range. We are now looking at our Fer-De-Lance, and the way we have this thing set up, it is our slowest by a massive amount of distance. But it sure does look cool, doesn't it? Kind of gives me like a Batmobile vibe with all the fun sort of graphite color to it. You got that really neat yellow, sort of an old school Batman feel to me. So why did I sort of reference that whole piece there about it doesn't have a great distance? Well, this Fer-De-Lance is entirely made for combat, and that is it. Not another ounce of this thing is used anywhere else. It is entirely pointless the way we have this thing set up, and it really does have to be towed to everything. So I kind of built it almost like a racer, if you will, but for combat. It is not something I'm going to explore the stars with. No sir, no ma'am, no any other choice you have there. And let me show you what I mean. Let's go into our starport services first. I'll go to our outfitting right away. So you're going to see here, I like gimbaled weapons. I think they're some of the best weapons for combat. We went with a 4A beam laser for that hardpoint class of 4, and then 2 beam lasers in that 2D class of 2, and then finally 2 multi-cannons that are also gimbaled in those 2Fs for the class 2 option. Right at the bottom there, you can see on our screen where we say ship specs. Top speed 294 with a little bit of a boost of 396 meters per second, which is fantastic. Pitch and roll, yaw, all that good stuff. Getting some good mounts there. But our jump range, let's look real careful. Jump minimum, jump current, and jump max. We are 0.88, 0.88, and 0.89 light years. This guy's going nowhere. Nowhere. Let's have a quick step out of here just to kind of put that into perspective. If you did see our previous video on our Diamondback Explorer that could go everywhere, this guy, he's not even going to make it that far. Can you make it here? Ooh, I don't think so. This ship has to be towed everywhere, and that's okay. That is totally fine. That was the intention with this ship. So this is not a fault of the ship at all. Not a poor decision-making process. All I want this ship to do is inner solar system conflict. So if we go down the list now, we've already looked at our weapons. Let's check out those utility points. And you can see here, shield booster, shield booster, shield booster, shield booster, and then we ended up with 2-point defense turrets on the top side of the ship. Those are super great in the combat aspect. We get to those core internals. This is where you really start to see these things shine. And we squeezed here. I probably could have put a better jump drive in this. I didn't, just to squeeze a little bit more out. We got that reactive composite surface. That's a 1A. Power plant is a 6A, so everything is efficient. Thrusters are a 5A, class 5 of course. Frame shift drive. That's a class 4 is what it holds. We're using a 2D in this bad boy. So underutilized. Really, if I could have taken the thing out, I would have. Life support 4D, again, hitting really low here, really not concerned. All the name of the game here was squeeze as much as you can out of this thing. Power distributor, we definitely want a high-end power distributor. Sensors 4A. Probably could have knocked those back, but it is kind of nice just for some of those pieces, and it wasn't affecting much. Fuel tank, if I could make it less, I would. Optional internals. So we do have an excellent shield generator, 5A. Hull reinforcement package is that 4D. Module reinforcements, again, top tier for its class. And then we end with a hull reinforcement, and then just the final little buttons there. Advanced docking computer, because I don't want to deal with it. Super cruise assist, because getting around is a pain. And then, of course, planetary approach. But this thing, it's not going there. Overall, this ship, as I referenced, is a fighter. So when we look at our priorities here, if we scroll to the tippity top, you can see we prioritize thrusters, shield generator. Our beam lasers get put into the 3 category. And then finally, shield booster, shield booster, shield booster, shield booster. Those are a tier 4. We don't want those going out if everything else is going south for us. All weapons are in that tier 3. Power distributor 1, again, multi-cannon, that's a weapon, that's a 3. Multi-cannon, that's a weapon, that's a 3. Cargo hatch, that's a 4. Who cares, right? We're not carrying cargo. Life support's a 1. Docking computer's a 4, because it's not out when the weapons are out, so it can be knocked out if it's fine. Super cruise, same deal. Point defense turret, that is part of the shield booster space, so it gets a 2. It is not an active, it is a passive. Same thing with the other shield booster, or for the other frame shift drive. Point defense turret. Frame shift drive, we do want that working when we want it working, so it's a 1. Then we get into the stuff that can't be prioritized. The benefits with this ship is our output is actually even higher than our current usage, which is great. So when you get into our fire groups, you can see here we've sort of gotten a left and right situation. All the beam lasers are on the right-hand side, the 1, and the multi-cannons are a 2. Let's pop out and just kind of get a look at this thing. First, we'll head to the surface. We'll get a nice, we'll just pop. I'll let it do all those fun stuff. I think it's a really cool looking ship. It definitely has that sort of look at me, I'm a fighter kind of vibe here. There is a major design flaw with this thing, and it's almost like upsetting when you think of what could have been. Here, just take a peek. It is a cool looking ship though, I will admit, and I've got that graphite skin. Not quite black, but a nice gunmetal gray there. And I think it looks really sharp. What's annoying with this thing? Those of you that have flown in one before, you're going to know right away. I'll give you a quick hint. It is that fun metal bar right here. You might notice if we switch to our different view. Let's get inside the ship here. The commander that's right there is in not the center of the ship. Instead, they are just slight of center. Just slight of center. The ship's symmetrical, but the way the pilot sits in the seat, not symmetrical at all. Super, super annoying. So let's get back in there. That line is always going to feel like it's in your way, and you're going to find yourself sort of tipping, trying to make everything look correct. I don't know why they did it. It seems weird to me. It truly, truly baffles the mind why somebody would do this. Maybe whoever was the designer really didn't like this ship. They're like, you know what? I don't want anyone to have it because it's too cool, too awesome. It's got to have some sort of annoyance. So maybe that was their choice. But you can see here, we sure do get scooting. As soon as we go there, the ship handles like a dream. Really can whip around, and again, these are all pre-engineering, all that good stuff. Just as all of our other videos, we really do like to start with just showing people that are new to the game that the starting ships with the stuff off the shelf is still going to be fun. You're going to still have a great time in this ship. It's an excellent, excellent fighter, and that's what it is. And I want to make sure if you see this ship and you say, ooh, that's really neat, I want one, you don't think of it as your next explorer, because that is not what this is. This is a fighter, and it's going to do it really, really well. You're going to have a blast popping those turrets out, getting things out here, and you're just going to be able to whip around and have all kinds of fun. I thoroughly enjoy this ship, and I think you will too. It sure has brought me a lot of fun in a lot of those combat zones and during kind of fun assassination missions, if you will. We'll kind of head back in and take a peek at it again as it goes. But overall, I think it's one of the most fun ships to have. It's definitely not a daily driver, as far as I'm concerned. It is a fun ship. It serves a purpose, much like for my play style, the Diamondback Explorer. That thing serves a purpose as well. It is my traveling ship. This is my fun fighter. When I want to sort of get out there and just have a good time, this is that ship in combat, and you will have a really fun time with it. And we'll be posting a video of using this ship in a combat zone. It screams. It's a good time. Sort of compare it to your, you've got a Ferrari, but you also have your sort of daily car, right? You've got your BMW, your Volkswagen, whatever it is you want to say, but this is a specialized ship. It is going to be good at one thing, and it's going to do everything else quite poorly. But that one thing, it's going to have a blast, and it's never going to let you down. Overall, I hope this video was helpful. I hope you found it informative. If you happen to have a Fer-De-Lance, which, by the way, silliest name ever, F-E-R space D-E space D-L-A-A D-A, funny, F-E-R-D-E-L-A-N-C-E. I'm sure it's a snake and all the fun things that come with this, but what a silly name. Overall, though, if you have this ship and you're using it differently, I would love to know. We'll be definitely dropping a link to this build in the description for this video, so check it out there if you'd like to see it for yourself and kind of make some tweaks. Overall, I hope you had fun. If you've got something different, send it our way. I'd love to see it. And I hope we see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.